Hi everyone, Vincent here for Tipline. Welcome to my channel. This is my very first video, and unfortunately we're meeting under what is the right word here? Under a very frustrating time for AMC. The reason is, it is at the end of a very long cycle. And I'm not going to beat around the bushes here. I'm going to get straight into it. We're going to talk about where it's been briefly and what's happened to it and where it's going next. Let's jump in. So my background is in understanding technical charts, looking at lines, and I know for a squeeze play, many people would say lines don't matter, charts don't matter, but for me, they do. There's a beginning and there's an end, and there are cycles in between. As you can see here, it has taken AMC, by the time APE or APE merges with AMC, which I believe will be the rest in peace day for AMC, and also the resurrection for AMC on August 28th of 23. That would be 665 total trading days from the low back in January 5th, 2021 at $10.35. And again, this is post 10-to-1 split that happened today. And it's just one of those things where if you trade any stocks, options, or whatever, and you don't take the time to understand where it's been and where price could end up ultimately, then you might as well go give your money to the casino. Because if you look here, AMC is extremely close to where price started back in 2021. Today, it closed at $14, and where did it close today? Closed at $14.37, and it's currently sitting at $14.29. The low today was $13.32. And why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because there was one last gap fill that needed to happen, and it's right here. It was on 115. And then there was another one that filled that happened on 122, and that filled on the 23rd. And then there was another one above that was filled on the 21st, this guy right here. So when there are gaps early in the cycle, in my understanding, the stock will always retraces down to where it started before it can start again. And this is AMC's life cycle right here. Oops, sorry about that. Mouse got away from me. Right here. This whole cycle. 665 total days ending on the 28th of August. So where do we go from here? I believe that price will come down and touch $10.35 briefly when APE merges with AMC on Friday. And that is where I want to see a few days up to a week of consolidation, similar to what we saw back here before this run up. Now that run up was roughly, let's see here, when it started running, gapping up, it ran 810%. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen here, but what I am saying is, as I told you before, I believe in the technical analysis of trading securities. And when there are patterns that exhibit, like in this case here, the butterfly harmonic pattern, I trust that the market should move in a certain way because they're algorithmically traded by machines. Just like this massive pattern that we saw back here, a bat pattern, started on March 4th of 21 and it didn't end until March 15th of 22, almost a year later. This was the big spike that we got back in June 2nd of 21, and then it just slowly digested itself and came back down. But if you were telling yourself that AMC or any short squeeze play is going to go to the moon, you're pretty much, I'm going to say it, you're delusional. And sadly, when you see a peak, shorts will ultimately take a short position here. And they're going to drive it, or at least have a plan to drive it back down at some point. AMC is that case. And unfortunately, I've been waiting for this to happen. And it just isn't fun. It's just not fun. Even when you know it's coming, it's just not fun. I do want to sidetrack and talk about what happened today. I knew this was coming. I'm not upset at the price movement. If you want to hear about other people's rant, there are other YouTube channels that focus on strictly on AMC. Go listen to them. But my only rant today is this. So this gap down occurred, and then within the first hour, AMC dropped 6 million shares and just literally tanked the price by 30%. During that time, I don't recall seeing a single halt taking place around here. Not a single halt came in. And that is just unfortunate because who's responsible? SEC, FINRA. I mean, how could this have allowed to happen at the highest level? But on the other hand, every time AMC tries to make a move up, it gets slapped down. So that's my rant for AMC. Let's go back and talk about what I expect to see in the coming days. Now, where there is the end of life for anything, there's a beginning, especially in the stock market. And it excites me that, yes, the Band-Aid was ripped off today, and there could be another drop to the low, which is $10.35, come either tomorrow or Monday. Tomorrow or Monday, we can actually see another drop to $10.35 from here. And that would put the price at, where we closed here today, that would put us down another $10.35 would put AMC down another 28.3%. 28.3%. Just brace yourself for that. Just brace yourself for that. They could just stick the dagger in and drop it a little lower. But once this pain happens, AMC is resurrected again, in my opinion. The cycle begins. The first movement I'm expecting would be to get back to this harmonic optimized price, which is around $27. That's where I see AMC heading back up to once all is said and done. And then it's going to come back down, obviously, and test the $20 price range where everything started today. And then from there, I would expect price to go back up and hit the first target at some point at $38, come back down, retest, and then at the peak for the upcoming near terms, we could see $44. The reason this has to happen is because shorts cannot make money down here. They need the price to move all the way back up to somewhere in my opinion, at least this price range, if not higher, for them to make any money, to take new short position, and the cycle starts over again. That's my expectation. If this information is valuable to you, please join our community at Tipline, where every line matters to me. Ones that are filled and ones that are not. Every line matters to me, and I am obsessed over them, and I'm obsessed at giving you my interpretation of what I see coming down the line in terms of pricing. But I am not a financial advisor. I repeat, I am not a financial advisor, and I am not here to advise you on your buy or sell. Thanks for taking the time to listen and watch this first video of AMC. Unfortunately, like I said, I wish we met under happier circumstances, but I believe that there should be better days coming, regardless of the fear of dilution coming once APE and AMC merges. So if this is good for you, like and subscribe, help me get my channel going, and we'll dedicate more time to talking about AMC and other tickers that you're in, including post videos as well as live streaming videos from me. Thanks again. Vincent here for Tipline.